Hello, I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Lauren.
And this is I've Got Guts, a podcast about living and thriving with chronic illness.
And all the things that take guts to say out loud.
We're here to talk about the hard stuff, the stuff that's messy, complicated, and often left unsaid.
From chronic illness to everyday life, we're creating space for honest conversations, real connection, and a lot of laughs along the way.
And just so we're clear, we are not medical professionals. We're just two best friends sharing what we've learned and what we're still figuring out.
So you don't have to do it alone.
Hello, everyone.
And welcome back.
I was going to start singing Welcome to the Jungle, but Welcome to the Tundra, because you are fully bundled up right now.
I am. It is a little chilly. Well, first of all, it's really chilly outside. What's today? Like it's in the 20s today.
Yeah, it's cold.
And I'm having a little bit of a Raynaud attack as we're sitting here. I go, room, look, my pink, it always starts in my pinky.
So
and
currently Lauren has my slippers on, Anthony's grandma's blanket, and a heating pad.
Heating pad. So, but your slippers were so warm. You were wearing it. So
Good
thank
old
you.
Uggs. Can't go wrong.
Oh my gosh. And lately with these Raynaud attacks, if I get there and they all go numb, it's hard to come back. So I'd like to enjoy recording this episode today and not feel tingly, numb, and pain.
Your little fingers under that heating pad.
Keep it. It's so fun. Your heating pad is legit. I mean, it's got a wrap. It's got tie. Is this right?
That goes around your but that goes around your neck.
It's a little bit weighted here.
Yep.
This is great.
It's nice. It's legit.
Get me one of these. I like a nice legit heating pad. All right, let's get into our thorns and roses.
All right, what are we doing first today?
Let's start with your thorn. I feel like your thorn is really thorny. That just came out of nowhere.
It took, it's just one of those things we deal with in society nowadays. But I mean, obviously, I've just decided to share everything online. I share my IVF story. I share my gastroparesis coaching. I share everything. So I had my first hater the other day.
Yeah, I know. She was not kind.
She was not kind at all. And so let me preface this with saying, Anthony for Christmas got me this content creator kit.
So cute. She rolls over my house with this cute little backpack. Yeah. I'm like, what do you got here? She's like, it's
yeah, so it's got a light in it. It's got this thing that you can put on your dashboard, and it suctions to your dashboard, and then you can magnet your phone to it.
Yes, I have the same one. Well, not the same one, but I have one in my car too.
Idea, right? So I set it up. When you're doing content, I feel like you have to start just randomly recording everyday shit because you got to catch something. So I had it. Car rides are always hard for me. So I'm going to record this whole car ride. So I happened to catch a genuine nervous breakdown where I was hysterically crying. You actually called me.
I was going to say, I called you right after, right?
Yeah. And
so I ended the video.
Thank you for stopping me from crying.
I'm like, why are you crying, Rue?
So I figured, why not use this? I want to show people what, you see these videos of me and Anthony taking flowers out to show how many eggs we got and how many were fertilized. And you see these literal flowery sides of things, but there's a real dark side to what we're going through.
Right.
And I was, all the things I said in that video that I was crying about, I genuinely was crying about those things. It was a genuine moment. It wasn't so I wrote on there, I feel like the reel said, the side of IVF you don't see, the really hard car rides or something. Yeah. And she goes, oh, it's so hard that you had time to record it or something like that.
Oh, that was not kind.
So I kind of hit her back with I don't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, how, look at you coming on here, taking time out of your day to say something about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't know exactly what I said to her, but I ended it with kindness takes less effort. Quit talking about something you don't know anything about, first of all.
Right. And just keep your thoughts to yourself. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I mean, these people on the internet, it's we have to treat them like children.
I know. Out of all, I've had so many wonderful people and so many women who've gone through IVF. They're like, yeah, the car ride. Yeah, the car ride. Because it does. It gets you. It's a thing.
Yeah.
But this one woman, I just thought it was funny. How many times do you see something on the internet and you're like, what the heck did I just watch? But we don't like take the time out to comment and be like, she was like, I just found it weird that you took a video of yourself crying. And I'm like, and I found it weird that you're commenting about it.
Right. We all have our own opinions.
And she goes, but you do you. That's what I said. And I was like, and I find it weird that you're commenting about this, but you do you.
And it's like one of those where it's like, you can't reason with crazy. Like, right, you can't. So you can try. And usually if haters are hating like that or not being kind, they've got a little craziness in them.
I may or may not have the next day after that jammed out to a little Taylor Swift in my car. And I was, haters gonna hate.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, well.
Right, because they really, I think we both knew this, like, right, just now we're so public with everything that's going on in both of our lives.
Yeah.
Of course, it just naturally comes with the haters.
Anthony got the hate last week from someone in his own family, and now I got the hate this week from a complete stranger.
Right, so it's going to come, and I think it's just how we respond, how we show up, that really, really matters, you know? It's your response to it, so...
Sure.
You showed up beautifully, Room, by responding.
Thank you.
You're in such a classy way.
You're the only person I showed. I'm like, look at this hater.
Well, that's the thing. You need to like validate how you're feeling, talk it out before you respond or after you respond.
Yeah, that's true. I responded regardless of opinions in my household.
Yeah.
What's your thorn, Room?
Well, my thorn is I'm just not really feeling the best this week. I'm having an off week. I just feel like my digestive tract has been in distress.
You thought it was because of Cheez-Its.
I thought it was because of Cheez-Its, but it is not. I went to my second chiropractic appointment and my body is realigning and we're opening up the channels and we're making things work in my nervous system. I guess that maybe hasn't.
Your nervous system is pissed.
My nervous system is so angry. And we know that this is all normal especially after it was really my first real adjustment. Mm-hmm. And I've just been not right. My belly's been off. My bathroom habits have definitely been weird. Like, I usually drink a cholestyramine packet every morning to control like the bile in my system because I don't have a gallbladder. And usually if I forget to drink it, straight diarrhea. And I'm like, as soon as I remember that I didn't drink it and I drink it, it usually stops like the diarrhea instantly. Yeah, no, not happening. We're just flowing strong here. So
diarrhea has a mind of its own. The best really part though is like Connor was so excited to get, because this was like the night that Verizon went silent so we could only FaceTime each other. And Connor was like so proud to be talking about your diarrhea.
I know. And then he's like, you mean you had the runs? Okay, so my mother may call diarrhea the runs. And I feel like it's just what she says. I don't think diarrhea ever comes out of her mouth. It's always the runs. So the one day Connor's like, why does Wabi say the runs? And I'm like, great question. We should ask her. But I'm like, probably because it can run down your leg.
He thought that was pretty great.
So anyway, it's just been a really liquidy week and not really feeling the best. My shoulder is also like really inflamed and angry. I just am having a hard time.
You know what? We have 3 days off this week and I hope you get some nice rest.
Yes, I'm going to. We really don't have that much of a busy weekend at all. A couple hockey games, but pretty low key. So, which is good. Yeah. All right, let's dive into those roses. What do you got?
We got a shared rose.
We got a shared rose. We have a shared rose.
You know, we do live in the Arctic tundra, but because we live in the Arctic tundra, we get snow days.
We do.
And we both got a glorious snow day on Thursday.
It was so good.
It was so nice.
Here's the chain of events. Connor's school closed the night before.
Crazy.
You wake up, your school district closes first
like
thing.
5:30 in the morning.
My school district does a 2-hour delay. And then I'm just checking. And then it's like one of those where you're like, okay, so I'm going to need to stay home with Connor. Am I going in? Is it worth it to go in? Is it safe for me to drive? Because it's both living
long drive,
40 minutes away from where I work, the weather can be very different. And I want to make safe choices. Yeah. So thankfully, we closed also. And it was such a fun day, wasn't it?
Well, it was interesting because where we work, when everybody woke up, they were like, why is school closed? Because there was no snow on the ground.
know.
But then it came.
Then it came. Then
because
it
we
come.
woke up definitely to snow on the ground.
Yes.
It would have been a treacherous drive for us. But
it really would have been crazy.
Anthony is in the basement, so he did not get to see. I don't think he's had yet to see like my genuine snow day reaction. But I was jumping on the bed. I was like reading all the texts. I was like, yes!
Pure joy. Pure joy.
Yeah. And then I like got all cozy back in bed. I'm like, I'm going back to sleep.
Yes. It really is the best part of being a teacher is getting to experience moments that we did as children, right? Like as adults, we still get to have those same moments.
Teachers 100% appreciate snow days more than kids.
Seriously. Even though today was a little bit of a hot mess getting back and the last day, but it's so worth it. And I had a magical experience on the snow day.
You did.
I have like goosebumps. So just in my office, I was talking on the phone to a friend and something caught my eye and it was a cardinal. I go, oh, and cardinals are just my sign. It's what I asked for. You know, it's just my thing, seeing cardinals. I've had cardinals like fly right in front of me, like literally. It's just like a reminder of, all the support I have spiritually. So I'm very in tune to it. So I'm like, oh, there's one. I'm like, oh, there's two. Oh, there's three? I'm like, 4, 5, 6. I go, Connor, Sean. I'm like, come look. 6 beautiful red cardinals. All in the same tree on my front lawn. And in that moment, I'm just standing there and I had this like amazing like feeling wash over me of like, oh my gosh, this life is so amazing.
I just got goosebumps.
And it was just like a yes, because I'm always asking for those signs of like, am I on the right track? Am I doing the right thing? Like, just confirmation that driftwood from, the other side. And that was like in your face sign. Like, we're not going to just show you one cardinal today, Lauren. We're showing you 6. Yeah. And I couldn't capture the picture. Like the way the sun was hitting, they looked dark. And even like it was just, and I didn't want to go out because then I was going to, right. So I didn't really capture it very well. But
I had a powerful moment too, but it was the night before, and it was because of you.
Me?
Yeah, because you told me I was a powerful manifester.
Oh, I did tell you that.
And so you were like, okay, powerful manifester, manifest these snow days. And you know what? I think I did.
You sure did. It might have been your combined efforts with Connor's 9 ice cubes he flushed down the toilet. He put a spoon and penny under my pillow and his. He wore his pajamas inside out, put one sock on. What am I missing? Did a snow dance. Oh, and brushed his teeth with his left hand.
Okay. So some of those, I've heard of most of them, but
he Googled it and literally did every single one. And then in the morning when he came in and snuggled in bed with me and he's like, we were getting up to go back downstairs. He's like, wait, Mom, we got to take the spoon out. I'm like, wait, you put a spoon under my pillow? It ended up on the floor. I had no idea it was on the floor. I must have kicked it out in the night.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's hope for some more snowy days this winter so we can continue to get snow days.
Seriously, yes. And before we get into our episode and talking about our sponsor, I want to say one thing.
What?
I had the most magical experience.
Okay, what was it?
One of our listeners, Danny, I love you, brought me gluten-free Cheez-Its. Yes. In my classroom, she just delivered them the other day, and I want to give her a shout out and say thank you. Connor and I appreciate you. They are delicious, and they taste just like a real Cheez-It.
This is Connor's first Cheez-It.
It's Connor's first Cheez-It. And like, I know what the old Cheez-Its taste like. These Cheez-It. Spot on. So we may have finished a box all on the snow day. But then Danny today at school came to stop by, and she's like, we tried some, but I only dumped it out on a paper towel and,
oh my
here's
gosh,
the box.
So cute.
I'm like, I trust you. Thank you. So we have another box. So thank you, Danny. We love you. You are she's like the gluten-free fairy.
She is.
She swoops in and is always delivering. And she also bought Connor the chewy gluten-free Chips Ahoy cookies, which are his favorite.
Yum.
So, thank you, Danny. I love you. All right. Well, before we fully get into our episode today, we want to thank our sponsor, Cozy Earth.
If you've been around here for a while, you know that we are very picky about comfort, especially when rest, recovery, and nervous system regulation matter as much as they do when you're living with stress or chronic illness.
Cozy Earth is one of those brands where once you try one thing, you kind of want everything.
Their bamboo sheets are unbelievably soft and temperature regulating, which is huge if you're someone who runs hot, deals with night sweats, or just struggles to stay comfortable while sleeping. I may be talking about myself.
I know, same. I'm like, I am sweating through my shirts every night. Oh boy, hormones. And I have to say, the towels feel like a spa. The loungewear is what we basically live in, and the blankets, next level cozy without being heavy.
But what we love the most is that Cozy Earth isn't just about luxury. It's about supporting real rest, the kind of rest your body actually needs to heal, reset, and show up for life.
And bonus, they back their products with a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty, which we honestly love.
If you're ready to upgrade your sleep or your self-care routine, head to Cozy Earth and use our code IGG at checkout for 41% off.
Trust us, your body will thank you. All right, today's a fun episode.
Today I think is one that will resonate with many people.
I think it really will. So, question for you all. Have you ever been having a really hard day, like bare minimum functioning hard, and you tell someone how you're actually doing, and they say something like, everything happens for a reason, or just stay positive, at least it's not worse, good vibes only. And instead of feeling supported, you feel shut down or guilty, or like you just said the wrong thing out loud. And maybe you even think, why can't I just be more positive? Am I doing healing wrong? Am I manifesting this by talking about it?
A million times yes, which leads perfectly into what we're talking about today, toxic positivity, what it actually is, why it shows up so much in chronic illness, healing, and personal development spaces, and how to process hard emotions without getting stuck in them or scared of them.
Because we're not here to cancel positivity. We're here to make it real.
Yes, we are. And we are all guilty of thinking negatively, ruminating on the worst case scenario, or picking out like the one thing we didn't like. To pick up the pieces, you can always fall back on positive thinking. And let's be honest, a lot of us didn't start with toxic positivity. We learned it because we were trying to survive. When things feel out of control, positive thinking can feel like the one thing we can control. And sometimes it really does help. It's a real mindset shift that is so helpful in creating inner peace. I've personally seen amazing results by shifting my mindset. But when does positive thinking go too far?
And, Rome, I literally lived it. So here is my take. When positivity becomes a way to avoid emotions instead of support them, that's when it turns toxic. For years, I would do this. I would push the negative feelings down. I was worried that if I let myself go there, I would manifest negative things. Mm-hmm. So this is I'm talking over 10 years ago. Yep. It was early in my personal development journey, and I was just starting to wrap my mind around how your thoughts become your reality. I took that quote so literally.
You did.
Your thoughts become your reality. I convinced myself that if I allowed the negative thoughts to bubble up and acknowledge them, then more negative things would happen to me. My reality would essentially become that. Mm-hmm. And so I just honestly forced it all down and away. And as time went on, and I went deeper into reading and learning just about the mindset and your brain, energy, the law of attraction, I learned that wasn't the case. And when you know better, you do better.
That's true.
I am now a firm believer in feeling every emotion fully, no matter how positive or negative. Each is valid. Each serves a purpose. And by dismissing negative emotions, you can end up in turmoil. Mm-hmm. Literally, I've been there.
Me too.
It's a dysfunctional approach to regulating your emotions. And this matters because healing, both emotionally and physically, requires honesty. You can't regulate what you refuse to acknowledge, right?
No, you can't.
It makes so much sense. And you can't process what you're ashamed of. And you can't build resilience on top of denial.
I love those. Negative emotions are part of the deal, especially when you're living with something hard. But we've been taught that feeling them means we're not coping well, when really it means we're just human. Suppressing emotions doesn't resolve the situation. It usually adds layers. Shame for feeling it, mm-hmm. guilt for not being positive, anxiety because it's still there.
Yep.
But emotions are messengers, and they can guide us toward what we need, like rest, support, boundaries, change. And when we let ourselves be real about it, we build authenticity. And that's an essential ingredient of well-being.
It sure is.
So let's make this super practical, because sometimes toxic positivity is hard to spot. So toxic positivity isn't optimism, it's emotional bypassing. It's when someone jumps to a positive response that skips right over what you're actually feeling and sends the message, that emotion isn't welcome here. And over time, that teaches people to silence themselves. So it can sound like you say, I don't know if I can have a relationship with my sister. She doesn't treat me with respect. And someone goes, oh, but she's family. You should love her no matter what.
You don't pick your family. You pick your friends. Come on.
Exactly.
Right? Or you say, work has been really stressful. And someone responds to you with, well, you're lucky you even have a job.
Or you say, I'm having a hard day. And someone hits you with, but you have so much to be grateful for.
That literally just burns a fire in my soul. That is not a kind response. It is not. And I think what makes it all toxic is that it's not actually support. It's a subtle message that your feelings are inconvenient or unacceptable. Like, don't feel that. Feel this instead. I honestly feel like Rome is kind of a form of gaslighting.
It is.
Do you
totally.
agree?
Yes.
Right?
And the tricky part is sometimes people don't mean harm. Someone saying, look on the bright side, isn't automatically toxic. The difference is the pattern and the impact. If someone consistently rejects your negative emotions and you leave conversations feeling like you're being coached into a reaction that isn't true for you, that's when positivity turns toxic. When I was first diagnosed with gastroparesis, you remember.
Oh my gosh.
I was in survival. Yes. I was in survival mode. I was in the darkest period of everything.
Yeah.
And more than once, people said things like, well, it could be worse. At least it's not cancer.
Okay, I still can't even believe those words came out of someone's mouth. Like, who says that? What?
But here's the thing. Slowly, I started to believe that I didn't deserve to feel how bad it actually was, that my suffering had to be compared, measured, justified. But here's the truth. Pain doesn't need to be the worst pain in the room to be valid.
Ooh, say that one more time.
Pain doesn't need to be the worst pain in the room to be valid. Mm-hmm. And what I was living with mattered because it mattered to me.
Yes. Okay. I'm just going to pause and have a reflective moment on what you just said. Sometimes, maybe when Sean is sick, I may not always be as sympathetic because of the fact that maybe I'm a little jealous of his healthy body. Mm-hmm. And when he is in pain, I know he thinks that I'm like, well, your pain is not as bad as mine. Like, or you don't go through everything I go through. Right. And he's right. Sometimes I may think that. I'm sorry, Sean O'Reilly. It's a formal apology on the podcast. But it is something I am working on because when he was sick last time, I really tried my best to not do that. But it's like, it's hard to sometimes, especially when it's your husband or your significant other. But it's true. Like, it doesn't need to be the worst pain in the room. And your pain may be not as bad as somebody else's pain, but who's to say how you measure that, right? And
exactly.
Like what you said, all that mattered is it mattered to you, mm-hmm. right?
Yep.
All right, that was my little side note. I can't believe I just did an apology, Sean, but I really mean it.
I'm going to record it, and every time he gets sick, he's going to play that for you.
I promise I will always validate you in your pain, Sean. Love you. All right. Well, positivity isn't equally helpful in every situation. Sometimes looking for a silver lining can help when something is totally out of your control. Like, let's say, like a layoff or a big life change. But in situations where you can do something, or when someone's identity or lived experience is being threatened, like experiences of oppression, just stay positive can actually be harmful and isolating. Mm-hmm. So what helps instead? It's simple. Acknowledgement first.
Right.
Better response. You could say something along the lines of, I'm sorry, that sounds hard. Tell me more about it. Or just, I'm sorry. We've talked about this before, right?
Yeah.
Because that accepts the emotion, shows compassion, and then lets the person feel seen, which is what most people actually need. They
quite literally.
Yes, they want to feel seen.
So what do we do instead of toxic positivity with other people and with ourselves? The goal isn't to get rid of negative emotions. The goal is to acknowledge them, accept them, and then gently reframe them when it's time. So instead of saying, think positive, we can say something like, the way you're feeling is valid. How can I support you? Because that doesn't dismiss the emotion. It honors it and offers connection.
And honestly, this same approach works internally too. Instead of telling yourself, stop feeling like this, it can be, this is what I'm feeling right now. And it's allowed. Like, we have to start treating ourselves better internally, right?
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I feel like the way we speak to ourselves may, at least for me, it may not always be the kindest. So
yeah,
it's okay to feel the feelings that you're feeling.
All of your feelings are valid.
They sure are. And I'm coming in with a quote here from the famous Robert Frost. And the saying goes, the best way over is through.
Like it. I think we should do a little bit of role playing here.
All right, let's do some role playing.
I am going to be toxic positivity and you are going to be genuine optimism.
All right, this will be fun. Let me put on my genuine optimism hat. Oh, wait, I'm always wearing it.
Yes, you are. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Being negative won't help you.
It's important to let it out. Is there anything else I can do for you to make this easier?
Good vibes only.
I love you through all of your emotional stages.
You'll get over it.
You are so resilient and your strength will get you through it. Ooh, I like that one the best.
Other people have it a lot worse.
You are not alone and there is support to help you.
Smile. Crying won't help.
Can't take you seriously. You would never say any of these things. No, it's hard to have you say them. Instead, you can say, it's okay to cry. We all do. Can I get you a tissue or a hug or a cocktail?
You would say that. Just stay positive.
Things are tough right now. Do you want to talk about it or do something lighthearted? Like,
See, folks, that's not that hard.
It's not that hard. Those are
you can
examples.
do hard things. You can do hard things.
You can do hard things. Yes.
All right. And so if this is an area you always struggle with, like you feel panicky around emotions or you immediately shut them down or you feel guilty for having them, it could be something worth exploring with a therapist. And a few helpful questions are, do I feel shame or guilt about certain emotions? Do I avoid conflict at all costs? Do I doubt my ability to solve problems or handle discomfort? Because sometimes toxic positivity isn't about being upbeat. It's about feeling unsafe with emotions. And that can be unlearned with support and better tools.
Yeah, we can always rewire our brains. And like that's something I think we just come back to over and over and over again on this podcast is that you can rewire your brain. It is possible.
Whether you're 20 or 70.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And if you're wondering, okay, but how do I actually process hard emotions? Here is a simple way to start. First, acknowledge what you're feeling. Name it. Second, meet it with curiosity instead of judgment. I love that. We have to stop judging ourselves and our thoughts and our feelings.
Yep.
I still to this day, I have to like pause and do this little routine because I will judge my feelings. I will judge what I'm thinking because I'm like, Lauren, how are you thinking that? Why? Right? Why am I shaming myself? Instead, meet it with curiosity. Like, oh, this is here. What is this trying to tell me? And that I think is just so powerful.
Yeah.
What is this trying to tell me? It can also help to journal it out or talk it through with someone you trust, not to fix it, just to let it move. Sometimes I'm in the car driving and I will just talk to myself. I know that sounds crazy.
No, I do it all the time.
Yes, and I just process things. Like today, I did it driving home today. I literally went through I cried first, talked about out loud about something, felt relief, and then, put on the radio and jammed out the rest of the way home. So finding those times to really rehearse that with yourself, whether it is verbally, writing it, typing it. And then you can ask, where might this be coming from and what does it mean? And sometimes meaning making is what helps us build resilience, because the emotion isn't just chaos, it's information. Like you said it a while ago, Rome, your body is always communicating with you. It's always trying to tell you something. We've got to tune in and listen instead of shame, try to cover it up, try to smother it down. We want to listen with an open heart, right? Yep. And be kind to ourselves.
Yeah. And then from there, when you're ready, you can shift into, is there anything I can do to change the situation? But not from pressure, from empowerment. In the meantime, simple coping skills really help. Mindfulness, deep breathing, journaling, even just getting back into out of your head and into your body for a minute. And if you need extra support, that's not weakness. That's wisdom. A mental health professional can help you build emotional regulation skills and feel safer with what you feel.
Yeah.
And there's even a stigma around going to a therapist, which
there really is.
I can't get over that. It's like,
I know. And not many people know this besides you, but I'm seeing a therapist weekly now.
Yeah, we both see the same one actually, and she's been saving my life for the last 7 years or so.
Yeah, and I want to thank you for that recommendation, Rome, because she's an amazing therapist, and that weekly time together has really just been a missing piece of the puzzle.
It's a breath of fresh air, right?
It really is, because I think I have done so much work on myself that has been facilitated, right? And it's just nice to have an outside person, but that's not from my life, because nobody will ever compare to me coming to you and getting advice from you. You always show up for how I need, but there's something to say about having somebody walk through doesn't know anything about you, and it's been really great. So I highly recommend and for me, it was kind of just like a big life event triggered me into saying, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time, and it was a really great decision. Maybe one day we can invite our therapist on.
I think that would be wonderful.
Well, let's see if we'll poke around and see if she'll allow this. That would be so fun. And I just want to say this too, because, as I'm sharing, I've literally lived this shift. If you resonated with my story that I told at the start, the part where I thought if I let myself feel the hard stuff, I'm going to manifest more hard stuff. And I was constantly, pushing emotions down because I took mindset work so literally. You are not alone. And there is a way out of that uncomfortable place. And honestly, this exact struggle that I had 10 years ago is why I created the digital course that I did. It's the work I honestly wish I had years ago when I was learning how to hold every emotion with compassion without spiraling, without guilt, and without needing to slap a positive quote over real pain. I love quotes.
I wish I had it then too.
Right? And I love quotes, but it's using quotes to, just move you forward and help you process things versus cover stuff up, right? And if you're listening and you're in that place and you want gentle, grounded support to shift the way I learned to shift, I would truly be honored to help you. We got to link my course in the notes this week so that you guys can check it out if you'd like access to it. I literally poured my heart and soul into that baby.
Yes, you did.
I really did.
And as we wrap up, always remember, real healing isn't good vibes only. It's honesty, safety, and support all at the same time, and you deserve every single one.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm going to end with a funny story. Surprise. So there was, once I learned more about this whole positive or toxic positivity, there was a good vibes only water bottle sticker I had. And Gabby Bernstein, who I follow and do her manifesting challenge every year, she has this thing where you burn certain things that you want to just release into the universe.
Tell me you burned a sticker.
I burned a sticker that said good vibes only because it didn't really, it had this negative connotation. You were trying to slap a stick. And it was a sticker of all things. I just want to tell you guys though, stickers don't burn well.
I was just going to say.
It was real smoky. I'm starting a fire. I couldn't get it out. I'm trying to do this ceremonial thing and set it on fire and it just didn't go well. But anyway.
It was the idea. It was the thought.
It was the idea. It was what I was trying. It was the emotion and the action behind it all. Yeah. All right. Well, before we officially say goodbye, we need to talk about our sponsor again, Cozy Earth. If you are ready to upgrade your sleep, your space, and your everyday comfort, head to CozyEarth.com.
Yes, remember you can get 41% off with code IGG. It is the best deal they offer anywhere, plus free shipping over $50, a 100-night sleep trial, and a 10-year warranty, totally risk-free.
And are you loving the podcast? If you are, the best way to show it is by leaving a 5-star rating and a few kind words. It helps us to keep growing and reaching others who need to hear they're not alone.
And be sure to join our email list. The link to sign up is in the show notes or in our bio on any of our social media platforms. Being a part of our email list is the best way to stay up to date on new episodes, special guests, recipes, book recs, and so much more.
You can also connect with us anytime on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, or Facebook. Just search I've Got Guts Podcast or email us directly at I'veGotGutsPodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you so much for being here and for being part of this community. We're so grateful for you.
Keep going,
keep growing,
and always remember, you've got guts.